All right, so today we are going to inlay the rosette into a spruce soundboard. Now, this beginning part of the rosette making, we'll be using the rosette tiles that we made previously, and if you haven't watched that video, go ahead and check it out. And then the half herringbone, watch that one because we're going to be implementing that as well today. All right, so let's get started. I've already cut the veneer strips and colors that I'll be using. You can see I've got the half herringbone one right here. And they're about around 100 to 110 thousandths wide cut. But my channel that I've inlaid is not going to be quite that deep. And so these will be bent to form the rings. So what I've done is I've calculated the width of these, indicated by this mark here and here. That's where this ring will be, the inner ring. And then I calculated the width of my rosette tile right here, and I've cut that trough. Now I don't need it to go all the way around the soundboard because this is going to be covered with the fretboard here. And then this are the markings for where the outer ring will be. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to inlay the rosette tiles in this groove. We're going to fit those and glue them in. Okay, I've already put in about 7 of the rosette tiles already. And I'm going to let you see how I do this. So I'm doing one at a time. Get rid of some of this extra squeeze out here. It started to harden a little bit because I was setting up the camera. So what I'm going to do, I've got a bunch of my tiles here ready to go. The way I do it, I know it's kind of a slow process. I just do one tile at a time, put a little blob of glue there. Make sure I've got the tile going in the right direction. Get it in there and then just push it right into that next one there. That one. And there's enough squeeze out there that I can go ahead and put my next tile. Get the right direction. Go. Got the little trough really tight there. Oop. I'll be able to fix that. It's in there. And then I'll take a little damp cloth here. A little bit more water. My spray bottle. The water also helps the tiles expand and get really tight there. Good. Do a couple more here. Always make sure your tiles, if they're asymmetric with the design so that it makes the symmetrical ones, Got to make sure you get those going in the right order. There we go. Helps me line it up. Push it tight. Be careful you don't slip like I did earlier and put that little gash in the soundboard, but it's not very deep, so it's going to be thickness sanded anyway, so that won't be in the final surface there. Okay, taking my rag. It's looking good. My next one. When you push it, you can see the glue squeeze out right there at the joint, which is what we want. Again, my damp paper towel here will help the wood expand and tighten up. There we go. So I'm going to do that for the rest of these. All right, here we go. We've got the central mosaic tiles all inlaid there. And our next step will be to inlay the rings. We're 1/3 of the way done. Okay, at this stage, I've now cut the outer ring channel and I'm getting ready to install my outer ring. So I do want that, either the outer or inner ring, doesn't matter. So I'm doing the outer ring first, and I have used some vinyl sealer around this, especially on the edge here, the outside edge, because we're going to inlay this dry, the ring veneers. We're going to inlay it dry, check the fit, and then we're going to use CA glue, cyanoacrylate, or super glue, to glue the rosette in. And if we don't seal the edge, the end grain will wick that CA glue and it'll be visible on there if you do not seal it. Okay, I got my strip here. And we're just going to dry fit this. Take your time as you do it, pushing it down into the groove. this little iron piece, whatever, I'm not sure what these are called. Had it laying around, don't know where I got it, but works great to help me get that in there. About halfway done. Hope you can see that my hand's not in the way. Again, I like to get this inside one of the ring in first and then push everything else in towards it. A little bit more than halfway, yay! Don't try to rush it. You rush it, you end up breaking your veneers. Okay, now that I'm getting close to the end here, I'm gonna cut these veneers about where they're gonna go here. Let's see. Whoop. And we just about got it. There we go. All right, first ring is in. Now that we have the ring installed, now I'm going to take some super glue, load up my pipette here. We take this super glue and run it around the rosette here. Just make sure to get all the rings. This will also help seal up any gaps in any of the veneers too. You can start with on the inside ring here, so it gets into that edge. You'll see it start to darken up where the super glue has gotten into the between the veneers and on the veneer. On the outside edge where it meets the spruce, I don't worry about that. I don't go around this outside edge. It's just gonna wick in from underneath and get that. Right? Keep going. I mean, even if you do get that edge, it's okay. You just got to be careful that it doesn't wick into that end grain of the spruce. It won't look too bad if it does happen, you know. If it happens, it happens. And if you want to get rid of if you want to discard that soundboard, then you can, at least you can reroute this whole rosette. Go ahead and finish the rosette and just treat it like the soundboard was a mold. And you can just cut the rosette out. There we go. I'm gonna let that cure. Then I'm gonna level it, and then I'll do the inside one. I'm now taking all of my veneers and bending them on the iron for the rosette. And I'm gonna take our wheat pattern, or half herringbone, I think I called it. I like calling it the wheat. I think that's a better name for this. Do not use water. You use water, this is all gonna fall apart. So you wanna do it dry. Let it get warmed up. Don't try to do a lot. It's gonna take a while to get the tight circle we need. Okay, let it get warmed up. And then hold it. Let the wind, or the air, cool it down. And do another section. Take your time on this, otherwise this whole piece will fall apart on you. I'll even get the back side of it so that the glue will release, and hold it. is really important on the inner circle because the radius is tighter. The outer one, I didn't have to do this, but you might want to do it. Doesn't hurt. Okay, so that's how I bend the wheat pattern. All right, I've dry fit the inner ring. All of those veneers were bent on the bending iron, especially the wheat pattern or half herringbone. Otherwise you'll crack it because the radius is too tight. So just take your time like you saw previously how I did that. Okay, then all of these were all bent and then all inserted and then cut. I pushed them all in. Now I'm going to use the super glue method and glue it in. Okay, got my super glue ready to go. And we're going to just let that wick in. You can start anywhere. I'm going to start with this inside part here. Just flooding it with the super glue. This will also fill up most of the gaps if there are any. Just a really nice method. Here you will see me use my John Gilbert style thickness sander, which is a 5-inch disc faced with sandpaper underneath, chucked up on my drill press. This is how I thickness my tops, and I'm now going to thickness this spruce. Notice I'm only taking off a few thousandths at a time. So I'll run it through here a few more times and I'll show you the end results. Well, here we have our completed rosette. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I would love to see what you come up with. Well, I didn't like how the rosette turned out in the soundboard because the CA glue had wicked into the end grain. So that means I didn't must not have sealed the end grain well enough. So what I did is I routed it out. So here's the rosette. Rosette's fine. Good news is I'll be able to use it in another guitar. So hope you have better luck than I did. With the inlay part. Rosette's fine. So hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and let's get this channel exploding here on the internet. And let me know in the comments what kind of videos you would like to see on guitar making or any questions about classical guitars. All right, Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.